This is not a success story. This is a survival story. A tale etched not in triumph, but in the relentless grinding reality of pushing forward when every force in the universe is screaming for you to stop. It's about the silent wars fought in the dead of night, the kind of battles that forge legends or break them completely. This is the story of the night Elon Musk stood on the precipice of ruin, the night he almost lost everything. The night that would come to define not just his companies, but the very essence of human endurance against impossible odds. It all began with a dream funded by a fortune. After the monumental success of PayPal, Musk could have retired, a titan of the digital age secure in his legacy. He could have sailed into the sunset on a yacht built of wise investments and comfortable returns. That is where smart people stop. But Musk was never just smart. He was dangerously, obsessively driven. He poured his entire nine-figure fortune, every last dollar earned from revolutionizing online payments, into two ventures the world deemed pure fantasy: SpaceX and Tesla. He traded the safety of digital code for the brutal, unforgiving physics of rockets and the entrenched, century-old dominance of the gasoline engine. This is where crazy people continue. He was betting his entire existence not on a sure thing, but on a sliver of a possibility that he could bend the future to his will. The universe, however, did not bend. It broke him. The first Falcon 1 launch in 2006 ended in a fiery explosion just seconds after liftoff. A year later, the second rocket met a similar, spectacular demise. The third, in 2008, carrying NASA satellites, disintegrated in the upper atmosphere. 3 launches, 3 catastrophic failures. The world wasn't just watching, it was laughing. Mocking headlines flashed across every screen, painting him as a foolish billionaire burning his money on a vanity project. The media, the experts, the public, they all declared him a failure. Simultaneously, the 2008 financial crisis was strangling the global economy, and Tesla was hemorrhaging cash, teetering on the brink of bankruptcy. Divorced, out of money, and sleeping on a couch in the factory, Musk was an island of desolate resolve. This was the collapse, a slow-motion implosion of dreams, finances, and reputation. It was the absolute bottom. Then came the fourth launch. It was do or die. There was no money for a fifth attempt. This was the final shot, the last bullet in the chamber. As the fourth Falcon 1 rocket stood on the launch pad against the inky blackness of the sky, the air in the control room was thick with a palpable, suffocating tension. The faces of the engineers were pale, etched with exhaustion and the ghosts of past failures. Years of work, the fate of 2 companies, and the entirety of one man's vision all came down to these next few minutes. There was a moment of profound, deafening silence, the calm before the storm. Then, ignition. A powerful, deafening roar shattered the quiet, and as the rocket climbed, clearing the tower and ascending with defiant grace, a tidal wave of cathartic, explosive relief washed over the room. It had worked. Against all odds, it had worked. That fiery ascent, tearing a hole through the night sky, was more than just a successful launch. It was a testament to something far more fundamental than genius or ambition. It was a symbol for anyone, anywhere, fighting their own impossible battle. For the student staring at a failed exam, the artist facing another rejection, the entrepreneur watching their savings dwindle, it's a reminder that the most critical ingredient isn't a flash of inspiration or a burst of fleeting energy. You don't need motivation, you need endurance, the sheer, stubborn, unglamorous grit to keep going when every fiber of your being wants to surrender. Today, we see the rockets land themselves and the electric cars silently gliding down our streets. We see the icon, the visionary, the billionaire, but the real story isn't in the shiny finished product. It's in the memory of the factory floor, the sting of public ridicule, and the gut-wrenching terror of that final launch. It's a quiet reminder to anyone walking through their own valley of failure, fighting a battle no one else can see. If you're still standing, your story is not over.